Okay. So the topic of conversation is the money that you will receive. It's the money that's owed to you and then the money that you earned. It's going to be able to give you a fresh start and to take care of those around you, the people that deserve it, the people that encouraged your journey and not try to cause blockages and problems with your journey. Um, you were on the right path, but you were allowing people to move ahead of you that didn't deserve it, which caused your life to be put on hold. And there were like levels you needed to reach on a scheduled time. And by you not being there when you were supposed to receive what it is, because you were too busy helping other people, that gave those people room to throw dirt on your name because you weren't there to defend it and make you look bad even though you were doing good. And that caused emotional confusion because you were wondering like what was really happening and type stuff, because you were doing so much good and receiving so much that you weren't able to unlock at the time because you weren't old enough to operate it. So people felt like, well, give it to me so I can use it because you ain't doing nothing with it right now. It's like, okay, but if I give it to you now and then I need it later, it might not work the same because you've damaged it or did something to it because you were jealous that I'm asking for it back, but it don't belong to you because it's mine. So they tried to make you not be they tried to make you seem like something you weren't. So it could be like, no, you owe this person this now because of what you did or what you participated in or whatever. And it's like in order to make it up to them, you have to allow them to keep that, you know? So in order for them to prove it, they had to manipulate you and do all this other stuff. So when you did do it, that's when your actions were being like, come look at her now. She doing it. She doing it. I told you she doing it. But it's really confusing. But they tried to keep you caught up. They tried to get you caught up in the things that they were into so that they could do the things that you were into. But they needed you to be distracted or they needed you to stay in that low vibration so you never catch on to it. So they just did what everybody else did, but they didn't know that you were catching on to what other people did because you always remembered your downloads, but you never acted on it because you never understood. You know, it's like you didn't understand the seriousness of your downloads and why they were being given to you, so you just brushed them off as nothing. And then when it happened to you in person, you just responded the way that you were like, no. What you said in your head was what you would have said, not realizing who the person was. But when you realized who this person was, you grew quiet, like you shut down. You didn't say nothing because of who it was. It's like, dang, I was expecting one of the hoes at school to be doing this to me, not like the person I lay next to at night every night and all this stuff like that. Now that your emotions are stable, you're relaxing, you're releasing all of this stuff. And you're ignoring the situation because you're focused on something bigger and better. Like, you've always been ambitious about your dreams and goals, regardless of the obstacles that was put in your way, because you felt like, it was given to you for a reason. So you made the best out of it instead of complaining and all the other stuff. It's like you have this opportunity, figure out what it is that you need to do with it. And if it's not your opportunity, then why are you pretending to be this person? And that's why these karmics got so frustrated, is because they're trying to take on the work of what Divine Feminine is able to handle. But for them, they can't handle that because they're weak. They're weak minded, they're weak spirited, they're weak. Just, you know, they don't think how Divine Feminine thinks. So it's not they're not, like, when they're in possession of it, it doesn't make sense to them, so they don't know what to do with it. And so now they're in possession of it. They done claimed it already, and now they have to finish it because they started it or whatever. But they can't finish it because they don't have access to divine feminine anymore. So they're trying to send in anybody who could get close to divine feminine to start asking questions so that the person knows what to do to get up out of this. And they're saying, if I get up out of this one, the one that I stole from her, I won't steal no more, because this was complicated. It took a lot of time out of my life that I can't get back, this and the third. And now it's causing problems because I'm procrastinating on my real life. And now I'm being looked at, and now they're saying that I'm the one that was behind all of this, and now I'm going to receive karma because I tried to finesse the system and cause problems and confusions and chaos and all that stuff like that. Now your cup is running over. Somebody is trying to come into a union with you now that you're on their level of, right, like on their level of thinking, because they feel like if they would have told you when you didn't understand, that they would have seemed crazy and they would have pushed you away. But they knew that there was something, like they knew that you knew something about your, like the other side of life, like the, because all they see you do is smoke weed. They probably participate in mushrooms and ecstasy and all that other stuff, and they felt like if they would have told you things, it would, like, you know, it wouldn't have made sense to you because you don't do what they do, so you haven't experienced that type of trip. So they didn't want you to judge them. But now that they see, like, they've expressed already that they do that stuff and you still care about them, they want to come to you now that you know, and they want to talk to you, so you have a decision to say yes or no. And this person has the same qualifications as you do, but it's like, trying to do it on their own is hard because they can't move how they want to move, and it's a little more difficult for them. But if y'all come together in a union and try to make it work as a friendship, no strings attached, no none of that stuff, like pure roommates, try to make some stuff happen. But I see divine feminine in a position to do this, and this person is saying like, well, if you're not gonna let me in, watch, like, I don't know. But now they're seeing that they have to present themselves in order for you to say yes or no, because you could be saying yes or no to somebody and it's really somebody else trying to connect with you and ask you these things. I hope y'all can hear me because, oh my God. It could be a water sign, I'm sorry. And what this water sign could have been doing over the time that y'all were in a no contact was working and saving money and all that stuff like that. So when you came into your money, he could present himself to you and show you, like, I have my own money, I got this, I got that. But you don't know who this person has been in connection with, and could be relaying messages to and all that stuff like this. And it could be a possibility that when this person sees you and they see you pregnant or with a new baby or something like that. But I also heard that once you drop this baby, you're going to have my baby next. This person says, now that you've finally woken up to my ways of thinking or my logic or something like that, they're going to come towards you with an opportunity, but don't let it drain you. Or, okay, no, so it's separate. It's separated and different. Somebody's going to realize the quality, like, that they value you, and they're going to come towards you. And then this other person that got you pregnant was just an energy vampire. So I feel like this opportunity to document and, you know, just a different chapter, a different experience, now that you're done healing, is to revamp your direction. I feel like this person who tried to use a child to trap you is surprised that you finally caught them in the act, that they finally got caught lying. And that person knows that they no longer have a hold over you, like they had to release your energy because that was the agreement that if you ever got caught, then you would have to let that person go because, you know, the game is over type stuff. This opportunity is a very important opportunity for you to change your life. It will be very stupid for you to stick around. And this is how it came out. These are separate, but like if you want to make a decision in taking your opportunity, they're saying yes. But if you're trying to make a decision to wait for this person to come back, they're saying no because they have no change in them. They're the same person, the same manipulative person. Um, because although you've elevated and you figured it out, not everybody that has been a part of this third party situation figured out what was going on. Some of them are still stuck. Some of them still don't know that they've been used. They think they've been in charge this whole time, but it's really been the other person that um, this earth sign. So you could be leaving the earth sign, moving towards a water sign.